Hey everyone, so if you're a property owner in Arvada, Colorado, you already know that the roof over your head is up against some pretty unique challenges. In this explainer, we're going to take a close look at those specific climate threats and dive into the solutions from a local specialist, RoofNuts of Arvada, to see exactly how they go about protecting local homes and businesses. So let's just start with the big question right off the bat. If you're living in Arvada, you know the weather can be, well, completely relentless. The real problem isn't just a single storm here and there. It's the constant barrage of everything. So the question is, can that single most important structure protecting your entire property really handle what Colorado's climate is going to throw at it? You know, the climate here in this region really presents four major threats to any roof. And we're not just talking about rain. You've got severe hailstorms that can literally shatter roofing materials. You have heavy snow loads that really test the structural integrity of your home. Then there are the high winds, strong enough to just rip shingles right off. And on top of all of that, you have these wide temperature swings that cause constant expansion and contraction, which, you guessed it, leads to cracks and makes your roof age way faster. Basically, a roof here is in a constant battle with the elements. Okay, so with that challenge laid out, the solution can't just be any roofer. It really calls for a local specialist. And this is exactly where RoofNuts of Arvada comes into the picture, positioning themselves as a company with systems specifically designed for this climate. And here's the heart of their local expert claim. The point they're making is that their crews aren't just some temporary team that rolls in after a storm. No, these are people who actually live and work in the area. And that gives them firsthand, real-world experience with the weather patterns affecting communities, from West Woods all the way to Candelas. They have a ground-level understanding of what an Arvada roof really needs to endure. So how do they build that trust? Well, it looks like their process is all about transparency. It's a really straightforward three-step approach. It all starts with a detailed inspection and a clear written estimate. No surprises. From there, licensed crews handle the actual installation. And finally, the project wraps up with a final walkthrough with you and a full explanation of all the warranty coverage. Simple as that. And, you know, the solutions they offer aren't some one-size-fits-all package. They provide really distinct services for residential homes, for commercial businesses, and even for those larger industrial facilities you see around Arvada. Think about it. The needs for a home versus a commercial building are totally different, right? For homeowners, the focus is on protecting your family, but also on durability and curb appeal, using materials like architectural shingles or stylish metal. But for commercial clients, the number one priority is securing business assets. This usually means installing robust flat roof systems, like TPO or EPDM, which are these super durable rubber roofing membranes, designed for long-term performance and often energy efficiency too. This chart gives you a great look at the trade-offs. For example, you've got asphalt shingles, which are super popular because they're affordable, and they'll give you a good 20 to 30 years. On the other hand, metal roofing is a bigger investment upfront, but it gives you way better hail resistance and can last up to 70 years. And then you get to the premium end with slate and tile, which offer just maximum durability. We're talking over a century, which is wild. The big takeaway here is that there's a specific material out there that's suited for your priorities and your budget. All right, now let's get into some of the most common questions that property owners in the area have and see how the company answers them directly. First up, and this will come as no surprise to anyone in Colorado, after a big storm, the number one question on everyone's mind is always about hail damage. And the answer is a very clear and confident yes. They don't just fix storm damage. They say they specialize in it. And just as importantly, and this is a big one, they highlight that they provide full support with the insurance claims process, which, let's be honest, can be a huge headache for property owners to navigate on their own. Okay, the next logical question is all about variety. What kinds of roofing materials do they actually work with and install? Well, the list of materials they install is pretty much the whole shebang. It covers everything from standard asphalt shingles to high-performance metal like standing seam, which is known for those clean lines and incredible durability. It also includes all the major flat roof systems, EPDM, TPO, PVC, those different types of durable membranes, as well as premium materials like slate, tile, and cedar shake. A range like this really suggests they've got expertise across almost any residential or commercial roofing system you can think of.
Okay, this is an absolutely crucial point. A new roof is a massive investment, so the obvious question is, how is my investment protected? What's the guarantee?
The answer is yes, and the protection is actually twofold, which is what you want to hear. Every installation comes with a manufacturer's warranty that covers the materials themselves, plus a separate workmanship warranty that covers the actual installation work. Having both of those is really the gold standard for comprehensive coverage in the industry. So, to bring this all together, we can look at the company's core promise, which really seems to be built on three pillars: quality, integrity, and just lasting protection. And this commitment is defined by several key things. It starts with having licensed and insured crews. That's non-negotiable. Then there's using premium materials from major brands you've actually heard of, like Gaff and Owens Corning. It also includes transparent estimates with absolutely no hidden fees, fast emergency service when a storm hits, and a commitment to a complete job site cleanup. All these things together really define their standard of professionalism. I think this quote here really wraps up their whole mission. It's a simple statement, but it frames their work not just as a job, but as something based on a fundamental belief that every property in the community deserves a roof that is truly built to last. So we end right back where we started, with a question for you to think about for your own property. When you think about your home or your business, which is probably your most significant investment, is it truly and fully protected from the top down?